Hey guys, so we are going to do a recipe today. I'm doing meatballs. Meatballs are really versatile. You can add a lot of different flavors to them, which is why I enjoy doing them, and they're high in protein. Right now we're eating higher protein, low carb, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to leave the link to the recipe below. The recipe is kind of a inspiration. I didn't follow the recipe, or I'm not going to follow the recipe exactly. But it's a good start. So I'm gonna make a lot so that we have leftovers, and then Dan can take some to work for lunch. So I'm gonna do a combo of extra lean ground turkey and regular ground turkey. A little bit of egg beaters just to bind it together. I'm gonna do some chopped thyme. The recipe calls for 10 cloves of garlic chopped, and then half a cup of Parmesan cheese. So let's get started. Okay, so step one, I'm gonna go ahead and put the turkey in the bowl. You guys probably don't need to see this on camera, but why not? Now, I don't really like touching raw meat if I don't have to, so I'm gonna start out this way, and then I'll be wearing gloves when it's time to mix it all together. So next up, I'm gonna chop up some thyme. And actually, with thyme, you don't really need to chop it. Rachel Ray taught me this. She's a personal friend. Just kidding. So I usually just pull off the tip and then drag your fingers down the stem. It's a little time consuming, but fresh thyme tastes really, really yummy. And I have dried, of course, too, but I just like the taste of fresh sometimes. So yeah, what you been up to? I'll just talk to myself while I'm doing this. Sometimes I get a little lazy and I do like a huge stem like this and just try to hurry it up, but I don't think the stem tastes very good, that's for sure. All right, so I'm gonna add a little bit more, and I'll be right back to show you how much I added. Okay, so I added some more thyme. And I forgot to say, I'm making this meatball recipe a day ahead of time. I'm not going to bake them until tomorrow, but I had extra time tonight, so I wanted to give it a shot. This I saw on, I think, Martha Stewart, so I'm going to give it a shot. When you need to peel a lot of garlic, you take a bowl and your garlic head, and you put a lid on it, and you shake, all right? So let's see how this goes. That it's really doing anything. Feels like, yeah, I cracked my bowl. Oopsie. Martha Stewart fail. All right, let's continue. Martha. That worked really good. And I got some skins in my turkey. Try and get those out of there. All right, well, that was fun. Maybe she used a metal bowl and I just blocked that part out. So here's how I chop garlic. Again, pretty much Rachel Ray style. I think that's where I learned most of my cooking, was from the Food Network. I used to cook a lot for my mom when her and I lived together for a short period of time. 3, 6, 9, 10. All right, that's good. So just gonna kind of separate these from the loose skins first. I'm sorry if you already know how to chop garlic or you're bored, just skip ahead. I never know if you guys like me to actually talk or not. I kind of think you do though, from the feedback that I get. I need to get some wooden cutting boards. That's my next list on my list of stuff. All right, so you take the garlic clove in the back of your knife and you smash it. Now, I will admit I generally just use garlic powder and garlic salt sometimes, but because this recipe was so simple, I decided just to go ahead and use fresh garlic. Excuse me. Another thing I like to do when I'm using a lot of garlic, you know, actively using garlic, real garlic, fresh garlic, whatever you want to call it, I buy it in those jars where it's already peeled, because the peeling takes a long time. But like I said, I haven't really been using it too much. Okay, so that's got a bad spot in it, so I'm just going to cut that out right now while I'm thinking about it. Leave a comment in the, it's got a bad spot too, so I'm not even going to use that one. Leave a comment below and let me know your opinion on garlic. If you use fresh garlic or if you prefer garlic salt or garlic powder. I'm just curious. Garlic is so sticky. There we go. The other thing I know they make is like a garlic press, or I could use like a food chopper, I suppose, but I don't know. It just feels like it's extra dishes to do it that way. So I don't mind chopping it. I'm going to be making a cream sauce to go along with this. Excuse me. The recipe didn't really call for cream sauce, but didn't really have any sauce, and I like to have some sort of sauce with meatballs. And rather than do like spaghetti sauce, because we did that last time we had meatballs, I thought a cream sauce sounded pretty good. So now I'm just going to kind of rough chop till they get down a little bit. And then I'll start really chopping. I've been looking at low carb recipes online, also with Pinterest. Pinterest is my go-to for the most part, just because it's easy to save. But I did a Google search for low carb recipes and low carb blogs and found the one that I put the link for called, I believe it's called The Gracious Pantry. And she has some pretty cool stuff. Definitely basic recipes, but you know, sometimes basic is just better. So I think that's chopped pretty fine. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. All right. And then I'm going to stick this over here. I'm just going to eyeball the Parmesan cheese. I think the recipe, gosh, I can't remember. It's either a 1/4 cup or a 1/2 cup. I suppose I should look. This container does not like me. Okay, so again, I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it. I think that's good. And then I'm gonna do some egg beaters, again, just to kind of bind it. Just, again, I'm gonna eyeball it. 2 glugs. Oops, I forgot to shake well. Eek. Oh well. 1 sec. Okay, so I forgot to say I added a little bit of red pepper flake, some black pepper, and then some salt. So I'm just going to mix this up, and then I'm going to go ahead and form the balls tonight too. Again, just to save time for tomorrow, because I had extra time tonight. And tomorrow, this way I can just come home and get dinner started and not have to eat at 8 p.m. So I'm just trying to make sure that all the spices are incorporated, excuse me, can't talk and mold, that all the spices are incorporated evenly. Looks pretty good. Now I'm not going to be baking it on this tray. I'm just going to use it as a vessel to refrigerate them. So yeah, I'm doing about golf ball size, I'd say. I would like to get a meatball scoop at some point. That'd be really smart. So again, I'm not really like gonna worry about spacing these too far apart or anything. I'm pretty much just gonna put them on the thing and put them in the fridge, cover them and put them in the fridge overnight. Meatballs. I just want to say it again, I really missed making videos, although it was nice having a little break as well. I just feel bad, like I'm so busy, it's hard to keep up. Not just with the making the videos, but you know, responding to your guys' comments and your guys' emails and messages and Facebook posts, and I'd like to do it, you know, just as my job, but I'm not there yet, obviously. So in the meantime, I have to juggle working and doing YouTube and hobbies, and I mean, YouTube kind of is my hobby, to be honest, but and then having a boyfriend and sharing, you know, time with him and having a life there too. So, you know, it's just a balance, and I'll get it worked out. I mean, plenty of people have YouTube channels and families and work, so it's possible. Although I am a little jealous of the people that don't have to work. Maybe someday. I just like doing stuff around the house, so I could easily be a homemaker if we were independently wealthy. Sorry, I'm just rambling while I'm making meatballs. So this last one's a little bit big, so I'm gonna kind of look and see where else I can add it. I feel like the first meatball is always the smallest, and the last meatball is always the biggest. Let me know down below if you find the same thing. All right, so that's good for 8, 12, 16, 17, not too bad. All right, so I'm gonna wash up, and actually I might as well just show you how I'm gonna wrap these. I'm almost out of foil, so I'm really hoping this will stretch over them. Yay! I think I got it. All right. And then tomorrow I'm going to put it on a pan, a rack in the pan so that the grease drips down. So there we go.